I went to a Seahawks game this weekend, and I recorded it. I recorded probably more than I needed to, like getting the clothes out of my closet and all the accessories. So the next 12 minutes is going to be me talking about my experience at the game. I decided it'd be wise to put pants on, but I did it off camera because I also decided it would be wise to do it off camera. Took a little bit, but I finally got it on. Headed over to get my jersey. I went with the Jackson Smith in Jigba throwback. Never worn it before. As you can see, it's pretty decent for a jersey I got for way less than I should have paid by using DHgate. Anyway, I went to put my shoes on, and I'll just let you enjoy this. That's how I put my shoes on every morning. I wish I could teach you, but that's not what this video's for. It's about the Seahawks game, which we haven't really even talked about because I'm too busy getting ready. Speaking of getting ready, the biggest conundrum of the day was the face paint. As you can see, there are various colors here. All of them are heavily used, overused, and my wife and mother did not think it was a good idea to put 4 to 5-year-old chemicals on my face, so we did the next logical thing. And that was to get in the car on Sunday morning and travel to the local Michaels. Thankfully, it was less than a half a mile away. Unfortunately, though, my wife is the only name on the rental car, so she had to chauffeur me to Michaels. When we arrived, the parking lot looked fairly populated. Not a ton, not a little. I don't know why that's important. It's not. We walked into Michaels, and my wife would not let me ask one of the Michaels workers where the face paint was because she knew she could find it, but eventually we had to seek out one of the kind ladies in red who pointed us to the face paint. Here it is. We had many options, but ultimately we decided on this one right here. It's the chalk form. It worked quite well, which you will see in just a second. So we picked that out. My wife did some additional shopping, I should mention. Candy cane hair clips and green light necklace, which I also wore to the game. She had a coupon, which I believe saved us $5, all 3 of these, for $5.61. Are you kidding me? In this economy, what a deal. I should also note that I found it rather cool that there were 3 Seahawks colors and 3 Cardinals colors in the package. It's probably not as cool as I thought, sorry. Also, if you're wondering what that pill bottle was, my daughter happened to be backed up a little bit, so it's stool softener for children. All right. It's been decided. I have no idea how to do this. 1 second. Probably should go around that. You idiot, you gotta put it on the right way. So maybe we just stick it down here. I know what you're thinking, guys. Oh, it looks like a nice place you're staying at. Yeah? I thought Green Beans Go was poor. He lived within his means. Got a big glass shower behind him. Well, my aunt works with a lady who let us stay at this place for free. What a nice treat. I don't think I broke it. I don't know. That is a sticky mess. It's not too bad. How's that look so far? This is gonna be a royal mess. Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Give it a nice rubberooski. That's good. There we go. That's not bad. Oh yeah, when you get it in the stick, that's a lot better. See, I don't grow hair here. I don't know why. Never have. Perfect spot for some paint. You know what? Why not just paint the beard? Why not just paint the beard a little bit, huh? That's pretty good. Still got some left if you guys want to try some. Alright, let's try the green now. There we go. That one stayed in a little better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that ain't too shabby at all. Oh, that's good. These Cardinals aren't gonna know what hit them. Kid from out of town coming in. Where you from? Seattle? The Midwest, baby. Midwest. You might as well get it in the beard on this side too. That's kind of tugging. Hurts a little bit. But do anything up here? All it's gonna do is smudge though. It's not bad at all. Oh, I don't like this. So I can pull it down. I got these little fuzzies now. That's gonna drive me nuts. I think we're good to go. And good to go we were. Here's a scenic view of Arizona. And here's another one without the fence, because I figured the fence was rather distracting. Beautiful mountain, couldn't tell you what the name of it is. Eventually we pulled up in front of State Farm Stadium, one of the nicer stadiums I've been to. In fact, here's a quick ranking of them all. Top to bottom, best to worst. Okay, enough chit chat, let's go inside. My mom's cousin was in charge of getting us the parking pass, and it was a great thing at the beginning of the game when we parked really close and didn't have to walk very far. The bad part was we didn't think about what would happen at the end of the game, being last in line to leave the stadium. We waited outside for a few short minutes, and as you can see, there were a lot of Seahawks fans there. That was a trend that continued throughout the whole day. I don't know why my mom made me pose in front of this guy. We made it in and walked the concourse to find our seats, and I should add this was probably the coolest part of the day, and here's why. Quite literally a few seconds before I took this video, I walked past a gentleman and his wife. The gentleman was wearing a Zach Charbonnet jersey, and I thought I'd make a little small talk. I went up to him, I patted him on the back, and I said, "Gonna need a big game out of you today." I have no idea why I said it. It was completely out of character for me, but Kenneth Walker was out, which meant the backup running back, Zach Charbonnet, was going to have a big game. I don't know why I said it to this guy, but I think it was because who wears the backup running back's jersey to a game? I'll tell you who. His father. That's right. In the concourse on the way to my seats, I told Zach Charbonnet's literal father that we needed a big game out of him today. I guess that's cool? Full transparency, guys, in my research after the game, I came across this Reddit post which says this is actually Zach Charbonnet's dad, which is not the guy in this photo, but also I found this photo of Zach Charbonnet with these two people. So if this is not his actual dad, maybe it's his girlfriend's parents. I genuinely do not have an idea, but for the sake of making this story cool, I'm going to continue to tell people that I said something to Zach Charbonnet's father. And if it's wrong, I'll correct it, but you got to prove to me that it's actually wrong. We found our section, we walked down after talking to Zach Charbonnet's dad, not realizing I had just talked to Zach Charbonnet's dad. Yes, in fact, I want to let you know I did talk to Zach Charbonnet's second string running back for the Seattle Seahawks. I talked to his father, got down to the bottom. I was trying to get some autographs, if I'm going to be completely honest, on my flag, but it was nice to take in the full scope of the Cardinals stadium. This gentleman was very serious, took his job very seriously as a security guard down there, but I respect the game. Eventually, Jason Myers, Seahawks kicker, made it over to sign a few autographs, and by a few I mean literally two. He signed two, and then he walked away. Then Matt Prater came over. Not sure why he came over to the sideline, but he was talking for quite a while. This is the Cardinals' actual starting kicker, but he's injured, so he's still on the roster, but he's not playing, which explains why he's in sweatpants here. He was actually suspended for 4 games in 2014 for violating the NFL's substance abuse policy, and I must add, for the longest time, I thought it was for PEDs, and I think I thought that because in 2014 he set the NFL record for the longest field goal made at 64 yards, I want to say. The bottom line is this: he was actually suspended for 4 games because he drank a few beers at his home while on vacation. Now, I think that Prater has struggled with alcohol, so I'm not going to make any comments about if he should be drinking beer or not. That's none of my business. But he had a DUI in 2011, and it was in the NFL's alcohol program since then, and part of his probation was to not be drinking alcohol at all. This was originally going to be a year ban, but they moved it down to 4 games, which did cost him $3 million. Then Seahawks general manager John Schneider walked by. I thought that was interesting, so I decided to capture it on my iPhone. Geno Smith was warming up, having a good time, getting loose. The wide receivers came out. You can see them all high-fiving, doing their handshakes. Watch Jackson Smith and Jigba here in a second. He's number 11. He's towards the back. He does something cool with this guy, too. Double, triple, pow. Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. Then they got in line and ran some routes. Eventually, DK Metcalf came over, but his jersey was pulled up. It was hard to see that it was DK Metcalf, but trust me, that is, in fact, DK Metcalf. You can see this nice release here, a little gallop, whoop, and then off he goes. Game hasn't even started yet, and I'm getting into it. Then they did their little celebration, last little hype thing. I always thought it was kind of funny. Tyler Lockett here in the back just, He's old, man. He's had enough of the pomp and circumstance. He's just ready to play ball. Then the team exits the tunnel, but I'm going to warn you that I'm going to play the actual audio here instead of me talking over it, because it's cool to hear the fact that there were so many Seahawks fans in the stadium, you got more cheers than boos.
It's an honor for us to get to work for you today. This is our coin. Heads, tails, heads, and tails. It's your call. Heads. Heads is the call. It is heads. They're going to throw you off the ball. Stay exactly where you're at. Thank you very much.
DJ Dallas and Ray George back to receive.
If you're ready to get the win, somebody
Now, I know most of you have watched a football game, so you don't need me to go through a lot of the highlights. I also wanted to enjoy the game and not be filming everything, so we'll look at a few plays from the actual events, but I'm telling you right now, this is not going to be like a top 10 list or anything like that. It also may have to do with the fact that one of the first plays I actually recorded ended up being an almost disaster, and so I figured maybe I should just not record anything. Here's a decent play of Zach Charbonnet making his dad proud, and if you don't know, I actually talked to Zach Charbonnet's dad, crazy enough. I know, hard to believe. Then I went and got some overpriced chicken tenders. I will say these 3 fries and a drink ran me $20. There was also a guy in a Saquon Barkley jersey in front of me. I don't know what he was doing there. It's important to note that before this exact play, my mom said, I'm going to get my phone out and record this one. I think we're going to do something good here. Funny enough, I was already recording and then this happened. Now, fun fact, before this play, and actually before the game even started, I saw Zach Charbonnet's dad in the concourse. I talked to the dude now. That's pretty cool. Of course, I had to make a little bet on the game, $10 to win almost $400. Michael Wilson and Zach Charbonnet touchdowns, those that already hit. All I was waiting for was a Tyler Lockett touchdown, and this was an opportunity that literally slipped through both of our fingers. Tyler, if you ever see this and you want to pay me back for that drop, you can Venmo me here. So yeah, Andy Grammer performed at halftime. I'd never actually seen a legitimate halftime show at any of the games I attended, but I thought that was pretty cool. I unironically like Andy Grammer. I know that's probably a hot take, but funky noise, funky sound, and I like it. I'm also not going to play anymore because I don't quite know the copyright restrictions on a YouTube video playing a halftime show performance using audio from Andy Grammer, and if someone asked me if I wanted a copyright strike on this video, I'd say... After the game was in hand, a random man wearing a Bears jersey, first Barkley, now Bears, comes up the aisle with a Green Bay Packers suck sign. I'm telling you, it was a bizarre game. A bizarre game that I was more than happy to attend. Overall, a great experience, great stadium, and great results. I have now seen the Seahawks win twice and lose 5 times, and hopefully I'm able to get to another game before 2028.